Welcome to Sierra Outdoor Skills. I'm Rex Riley, Whiskey 6 Alpha Sierra Victor. Today I'm going to show you how to get your ham radio license online, possibly for free, over the weekend. It's never been easier to get your ham radio license. In fact, you can order a brand new radio for about $25 and then get online, study for your test, and take your technician test online and have your ham radio license before your new radio gets delivered. Ham radio can be an enjoyable hobby that allows you to connect to people all around the world with homemade equipment, but it's also a very good tool for emergency preparedness. Millions of people around the country are out of power right now because of hurricanes and fires, so it's not hard to convince people that we need to develop new ways to communicate besides cell phones. It's important to remember that radios require a lot more training and planning than cell phones. You have to know who you're going to call, when you're going to call those people, and where they're going to be, and you need to know where you need to be, what kind of radio you need, and how to get in touch with those people. So there's a lot more to it than just picking up a phone and punching in a few numbers. For emergency preparedness, there's two different types of radios that we have access to, and both are extremely useful within their boundaries. We have the FRS GMRS radios that you can buy at the store, and we have ham radios. FRS is the 22 channels of the family radio service, and GMRS is a range of frequencies that you can get a license for through your business. These radios can be very useful in short-range situations, and regardless of what it says on the packaging, you're only going to get about a mile, if you're lucky, inside a city or in dense woods. If you're up on a hill, you may get a few miles. Their power is limited to a half watt, and they have fixed antennas. If you're part of a preparedness group or a CERT team, you'd be well advised to get out in your local area and find out where these radios work, where your dead zones are, and what their range limitations are.
Frequency mode.
The little Baofeng UV5R is a $25 full-featured ham radio that works on the 2 meter and 70 centimeter bands, and it will also pick up the FRS and GMRS frequencies. Now, while you can use these radios on the FRS and GMRS frequencies, it is illegal to use on those frequencies because these radios have, at minimum, 1 watt power, and they have a removable antenna. Now, if you're using these radios on the FRS channels and you're miles away from everybody, you're talking to your hiking buddies, it's entirely possible that nobody's going to notice or care. But if you're using these radios on the FRS channels and you're in a crowded environment like an air show or a concert or a carnival, then you are going to overdrive people that are using legal radios in that environment. T-Rex has an excellent overview of the frequency bands and how to use your radios, as well as a few other interesting videos. Dave Casler is a longtime Elmer with a few hundred good videos, and he has some good technician, general, and amateur extra class videos that are very useful. A lot of old-timers are recommending that newbies get through the testing and licensing phase as rapidly as possible and then work on learning the radio theory, which is exactly how I just did it. I was at the Army Signal School in 1984, and I got a lot of the radio theory then. But then I got injured and I've got some amnesia, and I do not remember being there, which caused a lot of problems for me with training for ham radio. I found hamstudy.org on October 10th and started working through their online study mode, and after about an hour I tried one of the practice tests and passed at 29:35. I immediately followed the links to the remote exams and scheduled the first available technician test, which was with Alan Crosswell, November 2 Yankee Golf Kilo. I passed my technician exam 34 out of 35 and instantly started studying for the general and amateur extra test, which I passed 2 weeks later with Alan. If you study for the test in advance, you can take all 3 tests in the same testing session for the same fee. If you look through the links on the remote exam page, you'll find some VECs who do not charge an exam fee. So here's a quick rundown on how to use hamstudy.org to pass your technician exam. Hamstudy.org is an easy-to-use tool for studying for your ham radio licenses. First, you need to choose which test you want to study for: Technician, General, or Amateur Extra. Study mode allows you to read through the questions, and you can choose which sub-element you want to practice or just get questions from the entire pool. The graph on the right shows the number of questions seen and your aptitude for that sub-element. When you answer a question incorrectly, you can click Show Correct Answer and see the right answer, and you can also go into the information panel and get the explanation, which is extremely helpful. Once you've worked through the questions for the sub-elements and you're ready to practice the exam, then click Practice Test and you'll go through 35 random questions exactly like the real exam. When you finish your practice test, you can review the questions and also see the sub-elements that you missed the most. Clicking on that sub-element will take you to the flashcards and you can drill that sub-element some more. Once you're comfortable with the practice test, then you can schedule your technician test online. So there you have it, a $25 radio and a free test you can take online. It truly doesn't get easier or cheaper than that, and there's never been a better time to expand your communication skill sets. Be sure to subscribe to the Sierra Outdoor Skills channel. I'll have more ham radio videos as well as first aid, land navigation, and a few other things, so be sure to tune in next time at Sierra Outdoor Skills. Thanks for watching.